What's good, everybody? Another podcast edition. Gilly Gill the Barber. So, man, I got a little scared because my adapter for all four of my microphones weren't working, and only two little spots for each microphone. It wasn't working. I was like, oh God, now I gotta go buy me a new one, and the adapters are all the same, so it's a Movo. I don't know what those are, but um, they were inexpensive, and I needed something really quick. How do I sound? Do I sound a little better there? All right, so I was like, damn, I gotta go out and buy a new one. So I was stressing there for a little bit, but I just unplugged everything, redid it, and it seems like it's working. So good news for that. So anyway, good too, because I got two guests tomorrow coming in for a podcast to come help me out, and it's gonna be a good one. Y'all stay tuned. We should be publishing it about 8:30, 9 o'clock tomorrow evening. But first off, before I get started, man, on a couple of things that I have to say. I want to wish my mother a very happy 65th birthday. So we went out and took her out to go eat dinner and at a Chinese buffet, and I'm sitting here feeling fat talking to you guys, man. I should be walking the block a couple times because, man, them buffets, I ain't gonna lie, I must have went up there like 6 times. I know what you're saying, but most of it was, those the clams. I love the clams, so I just put a bunch of them on one plate. So it was not really that many plates, but it gets the same deal. I mean, but I am stuffed. But it's good. So for those of y'all who don't know my mom, she went through cirrhosis of the liver. She was stage 4, and she was really bad. I mean, there were several times where when we found out she was stage 4 cirrhosis, fatty liver. She was an alcoholic, but she just had fatty liver, and the food she ate, made her liver die on her. So I want to say 2017-ish, around that time. I was living in a house, and my dad was like, look, man, my dad had a good job out there in Austin. We worked for TSA out there in Austin, and he would drive back and forth every day from there to Austin. He says, hey, look, man, I need your help. I need you to put your life on hold to come home and live with us and help your mom. So of course, just like any only son would do, like I said, I'm the only child, so of course, you know what, me, Gil, Gavin, and Grayson was actually going to be born around that time soon. We moved. I packed up my stuff and we moved out the house, and I stayed with my mom for 4 years. And while we were doing that, she got really sick. I mean, she got sepsis and all this stuff. And there was a time in the middle of the night, my dad wakes me up and says, Gil, come here, come here, your mom's not breathing. Scariest moment ever. And there she is, standing there frozen, not moving, like she had passed away. And called the ambulance. They came and they took care of her, and they got her back to. But for 4 years, man, it was a struggle. I mean, she had in and out of the hospital, getting sick, getting all kinds of stuff, and by the praise of God, and we found a donator for a liver. So for those of y'all who don't know, the liver is the only part of the body that rejuvenates itself. So what they do is they take somebody that's compatible, match size, weight. There's a lot of blood type. Everything's got to be the same type of liver. And we had a lot of family members and a lot of friends, I tried it myself, and yeah, I have to be careful because I'm borderline. My enzymes were really, really high, and I couldn't do it. And so we were waiting on for a donor. Then we got a donor, and then they said, no, this donor's liver is just as bad. It wouldn't work, blah, blah, blah. So we packed up, we went back home. That happened several times until, Greg, my uncle's daughter's husband, went out there and was a match, and we we got her a match, and he went through with it, and every day I thank him, because without him, we don't know if my mother would be here today without him giving that liver, because she was doing pretty bad. So now every time on his birthday, or any time my dad, my dad, or we go together, we go watch, we buy a watch for him every year, so that, because he gave us a lot of time left with my mom. Without him, we don't know what could have happened. So shout out to Greg. I love you, man. Appreciate you, and because of you, my mom is celebrating her 65th birthday. So I appreciate you with everything that I've got, and we love you, and we appreciate you. So that's for 4 years of my life I put my life on hold. But anyways, here we are. She's here. She's healthy. She had gotten sick a few weeks ago, but she had a pancreatitis, so that gave us a little scare. But other than that, I mean, she's well. She's still fragile, but she's good, She can walk, she can talk, she can spend more time with us. So happy birthday, Mom. I love you. So anyway, change the subject here a little bit. I didn't want that to be real downer. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday. It's a good thing. But have you guys watched that TikTok that when the man is with his girlfriend or wife or whatever, and they're shopping, and then the man comes up to her and grabs her hand. He's like, "Dang, you're beautiful." She's like, "Oh, thank you." She goes, "Yo, can I get your number?" And she goes, "Oh, my man's right here." And he goes, "Oh, okay, I thought that was your brother, but you look good." And she's like, "Thank you." And then she looks at the man, and the man's looking at her like, okay. And he plays still on his phone, or he's looking at whatever. She's like, "You're not going to say anything?" Have y'all seen that TikTok? Oh, that shit blows my mind. It really does. It upsets me. I say, so to me, I'm not a jealous person, right? I don't see myself as a jealous person, and I think that's a female trait, and you guys can argue with me about that. But am I sounding echoish? I am sounding echo. How about, okay, there we go. Is that a little better or no? Right here? That sounds louder, right? Don't I? Damn, man. I should have fixed it before I started talking to you guys. My bad. My bad, you guys. My bad. Here we go. Is that better? That's better. There we go. So, no, I still hear the echo. Anyway, so anyways, have you seen that? Like, that honestly, to me, that kind of pisses me off. Okay, because, so I'm the kind of guy who, I will defend you to the fullest. Okay, but imagine, before we go into that, so I'm there, I'm sitting there, this is my thinking, and the guys that are there, I think they think the same way I think, and guys out there, women out there, tell me what you guys, would you like that, would you not like that? So he walks up to her and says, "Hey girl, what's up?" Grabs her hand, right, and he's like, "Man, you're beautiful." And she's like, "Oh, thank you," right? Like, to me, fuck that. Like, if a woman were to come up to me and be like, "Damn, you're handsome," I'm like, "Oh, thank you, I appreciate that." What is a woman gonna do? She's gonna get pissed, right? Like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Blah, 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 right? Okay? And she's not gonna get pissed at the guy, she's gonna get pissed at the man, right? Same thing. But a man is not gonna get, like me, I wouldn't get upset, because this is what I expect to happen. If you're my woman, a man walks up to you and grabs your hand and says, "Dang, what's your name? Can I get your number?" And you're beautiful. Your reaction shouldn't be steady holding his hand and saying thank you. That's not any woman's reaction. Not my woman anyway. Not my woman at all. She should not even be like, "Oh, thank you." Hell no. The minute he grabs your hand, she'd be like, "Yo, what the fuck? Oh, you're so beautiful. I don't care. Don't fucking talk to me. I see that when we take off." That's how it should be. Not, "Oh, thank you," because guess what happens? If your man wasn't there, you're giving that man an opportunity to make you smile, and that shouldn't happen. You're automatically saying, "No, get the fuck away from me. What the fuck you doing?" And get the fuck out of there. Now the man there, me, I'm looking at you and I'm seeing you go, "Oh, thank you." You're smiling and you're, "Oh, no, that's my man right there." That shouldn't be an option. Okay? Get your hand off of me. My man's right here. Let's go. Okay? And you know what I mean? I'm like, and I'm gonna look back at that motherfucker and be like, can't handle what I got, boy. Shit. That's how it should have gone. That's how it should go. Just like a man, just like a man. If a woman walks up to me and says, "Hey, baby, what you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, can you see my fucking wife right here, bitch?" You know what I mean? And walk the fuck away. My woman doesn't have to get involved at all. I wouldn't want her to get involved. You know what I'm saying? I say, get off of me. I'm out of here, and grab her and let's go. That's what a woman should do. She shouldn't expect her man to be like, "Yo, motherfucker, why you talking to my blah, 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 blah." No, that's not how it should go. You say no, you kill the situation, you get your man, you walk off, and the man walks off too. Now, here's the difference. If you do that and you do that and he's still trying to get your number, because I've seen it where they're like, "Oh no, I thought that was just your brother," and blah 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 blah. Then it's time to knock some heads. That's when you're like, "Look, motherfucker, she just told you. I'm her man, get the fuck out of here." You know what I mean? And then you throw hands. Boop, 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 get that dirty. What's up? You know what I mean? That's how it should be handled. So have you ever seen that? If you ever seen that, watch it. And watch it, because that's exactly how it should be handled. A woman should not be letting a man grab her hand, and a woman should not be saying thank you for saying she's beautiful. Your man does it enough. That's why you're with him. If he didn't do that, you wouldn't be with him, and you wouldn't be giving no man the time of day to make you smile. Okay? Plain and simple. That's all I gotta say about that. And if you don't agree with me, tell me. If you're a man and you should be wanting to fight this dude for that shit, then let me know that too. But I'm not gonna fight you over that. I'm not. Unless you're grabbing her, pulling her, and you're saying no, don't let go. Okay, then you're gonna see the hands. You're gonna see these hands will square up. You know what I'm saying? So just think about that. Let me know what you think. Because to me, I would expect my woman to be like, "Yo, the fuck, let's go." Not, "Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's my man right there." Hell no. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. Oh, man. So, like, we went to go eat Chinese today. And I don't know, you guys, it was a buffet. So, you know what my favorite... Okay, so if I don't go to a buffet, my favorite thing to get in Chinese food is beef and broccoli. No matter where I go, it's always, that's just my go-to deal. I never get anything else. And I'm like that with Italian. If I go to any Italian place, it's always shrimp Alfredo. You know what I mean? Those are the two things that I'm just like, that's all, I don't know. Just, to me, that's just my go-to. But when I go to a buffet, damn, the inner fat boy comes out of me. Like, I get shit that I wouldn't even eat. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh man, my boys are getting squid, and I've had squid before, so I know I don't like that, and I don't eat it, but they got it. You know what I mean? So, but like my favorite thing to do is get clams, like the little clams that, and I was telling it, they was like, "Oh, why do you like those?" I said, "Man, they're so good." They're like, "I can't taste anything." I'm like, "What?" Like, yeah, it takes a lot to fill you up. But clams are like the most amazing thing ever. Just, you get the little, and I've got plates and plates and plates full of them. Just, oh man, they're so good. So good. If you haven't tried it, try it. I'm definitely a seafood person. They had crab legs there, but they had the little crabs. I was like, nah, I'm not even gonna bother with that. They used to have the big long ones, but ever since COVID, they never went. They didn't went to the one I went to, King's Buffet. We should have went somewhere else, but it's right there in the hood, so you know how dirty it is, boys. Stay in the hood. But it was delicious, and they had I tried the fried oysters, like, cause I don't really like oysters. Like I can do a couple of them, like two or three. You know how sometimes if you go to some of those places, they have like plates of them, and you like 12 orders, 12 dozen, and you're there mixing them. And I can only do like two or three, and then I'm just like, I can't do it no more. Then I start thinking weird shit, and I'm done. But have you ever been to Stoneworks? They have the baked oysters. Oh man, those are amazing, amazing. If you haven't been to Stoneworks, and it's an appetizer, so I usually get two, but they're pretty expensive, like $14 for 6 of them. But man, they're amazing. Those are really good. Those are baked oysters are good, but I can't do a whole freaking tray of oysters. I know they're good for you, for afterwards, that kind of stuff. But I just eat celery. But like I said, man, Chinese buffets, they're good, man. They're just always, man, it's just great. I had fried rice, the noodles, the white noodles, the brown noodles, you know what I mean, shrimp. Oh man, it was just amazing. I'm full still thinking about it. And usually, you know how we eat Chinese food, like you know what, an hour later you're hungry again. They put me to sleep. I'm done. I don't even want no more fucking Chinese right now. Oh man. So anyway, I'm done. I just wanted to, say what's up. That little bit on that TikTok video is going viral. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Look it up. It's good. And the men there are just like, yo, that shouldn't even happen. You know what I mean? Like it shouldn't. It really shouldn't. A man shouldn't have to, get into a fight over that because your woman should be get out. You know what I mean? Get out of my way. That's like even like going to a bar. I always say this too. If a man's gonna buy you a drink, grab the drink and get the fuck out. Don't sit there and give him any kind of attention. He bought you the drink, you saw him buy it, you saw the bartender make it, he gets you a drink, you grab the drink, and you go. You didn't have to say thank you. You know what I mean? Like that's not gonna make me mad. You save me $12. But anyways, that's just because I'm not a jealous person. And some people say, oh, you don't really love your wife, but nah, I mean, like if you ever noticed, if a woman is in love with the man that she's with and she's going to get a drink, she beelines it. I mean, she just goes straight from here to there. Doesn't look this way, doesn't look that way, doesn't look anywhere other way, but to where she's going, gets her drink and comes right back. A woman who's looking for something or looking for something else looks around and she's smiling and she's she's making it obvious that she wants to be approached. Right? You can always tell a married woman or somebody who's in a relationship versus a girl who's not. You know what I mean? You guarantee it. I've been around the bars long enough to know which woman is taken or has a boyfriend or which woman isn't. You know what I mean? So, and then you got the resting bitch face girls that, we don't even want, nobody even wants to talk to them, even though they look good. They got, the perfect bodies and the perfect face, and they're just mad all the way anywhere. Nah, get out of here, girl. You're ugly on the inside and nobody wants that. Anyways, okay, I'm done. You guys, tomorrow, like I said, we're going to have two guests, special guests. One's already been on, Liliana's been on here with me. And then we also have our good friend Janice. He'll be here tomorrow. So stay tuned, be ready to watch that podcast. So other than that, you know what I'm saying? Be distinguished, stay distinguished, learn something, don't get in trouble. All right, y'all, late.